Welcome back to Split Screen. We're on 4-player patch notes. I'm your host, Freddy Nolasco, and I'm player 1. Let's figure out who we're playing with.
I'm player 2, Owen Poole.
I'm Taylor Bay, and I'm player 3.
Philip Myers, player 4.
Yeah, 4 players. All good and good. A little light on the news this week, but that's okay. We have plenty to talk about. Just because that's what we do here.
Pretty much.
So, first up, a lot of games came out.
Yeah.
A lot of games. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out a lot faster than we expected. I mean, during the Halloween episode, we played it. At that point, it was supposed to come out 2015. It's already out.
Wow.
After some weird discrepancy.
2 months early.
Yeah, it's like 2 months early.
It's
The
like
teaser trailer came out in September. And
And
November 11th. There it was. Full game on Steam.
Yeah, I'd only heard about the first game like a month ago, maybe, because like, oh, you gotta watch these videos, they're so funny, and then all of a sudden, bam, second one's out on my Steam queue. I'm like, oh, that was really fast.
Gotta
but
hop on the hype.
Well,
Yeah.
It was weird because it jumped on Steam Greenlight, and like 3 days later, it was on the official store.
Wow, that's quick.
How much is it?
It's $7.99, so $8.
Oh,
So it's like $3 more than the first game, but it has way more content.
yeah.
It looks a lot more.
Did they
difficult.
fix that issue where they...
With Foxy.
With Foxy, yeah.
Yeah, they fixed that. Well, he fixed it because it's Scott. Cawthorne, whatever. I don't know. How to
People
pronounce his
don't know how
last
to
name.
pronounce his name.
No one knows how to pronounce his last name.
I was actually watching.
First
I was watching Markiplier play it before I even came here, and he was like, "I don't know how to pronounce his name. No one knows how to pronounce his name."
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Cawthorne without a W, so it's just like Cawthorne, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, the game's out. There's like 8 like monsters now.
Oh, that's right. I saw a
It's
trailer for that.
It's
Yep.
a new restaurant. Like they rebuilt it,
Yeah,
and there's like the animatronics are all new, but then you can see like the parts of the old ones like in different rooms, and I guess they come back.
they keep the old ones around because they need parts for the new ones.
Right.
But rather than like they started to fix the old ones and like upgrade them, but like no, these things are like old and ratty and they kind of smell like blood. We should just rebuild them, make completely new ones, and aim directly at kids. So that's what they did. So yeah, you have your 4 new versions of Freddy, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie the rabbit.
Isn't
But the old ones are
Bonnie
still
like
hanging
white
around.
now, or the new one white now, or something?
The new Foxy is white.
Right.
And the weird thing about the new Foxy is since they made him so kid-friendly, kids just can't keep their hands off of him. So they would usually have to put Foxy back together after every day. And so every night, he's just a bundle of parts.
Oh, gosh.
Like his model has like 2 mouths, like 3 eyes. It's super creepy.
What?
They added a weird puppet
With the
with
music box.
the music box. So there's now a music box in one of the rooms
That's always
that you have to
creepy.
press and hold to actually
You have
crank
to keep it going, and if you let the music box stop playing, the like puppet thing will just come after you and kill you. Because instead of closing doors now, you actually put on like the head of the animatronics.
Yep, they
Like,
got
trick
rid of
them.
all the doors. There's no more doors.
Thank God.
It's still point and click.
Still point-
No more doors,
no more
and that
doors.
mask, like Owen was
It
saying,
protects you.
it's the only thing you have to protect you.
It doesn't protect you from the puppet though.
No, because the puppet knows that you're not a Freddy Fazbear. And then there's a balloon boy, this like little statue that's sitting next to like the balloon display. You say, hey, get some balloons. Yeah, that's now an enemy. So yeah, that's super
That's
creepy.
gonna be freaky.
There's just a big open hallway, like I'm sitting here, and then there's a big dark hallway, and instead of like the power is only for your flashlight now.
Yep.
So you'll sit in there, oh, big empty hallway, and then you just click your flashlight.
Oh, gosh. Jump
And
scare.
and the only way to like reset them is to flash your flashlight at them.
Yeah.
Because it like resets their eyes because their eyes aren't properly adjusted to flashing lights. So it's kind of a bug, is how
Oh.
they explain it.
Huh.
They're like, yeah, try it on the older ones. It should work because they were kind of upgraded. The hat trick should work too. I'm quite sure. Yeah. Game also has that super hidden 7th night where you can customize each level of your all the like animatronics. So instead of like the 420 mode in the first one where you set the 4 animatronics all the way to level 20, no, there's 8, so there's like 820.
Jesus.
Yep. And there's a fun Easter egg in the first one that they patched. I forgot to mention it during the Halloween episode. But if you set the custom night to like 1989, which is the year of the bite, as explained in like the second call, Golden Freddy will just come up and crash your game.
Wow.
Yeah, so cool little Easter egg. Yeah, Golden Freddy makes an appearance in the second one as well. So everyone's back.
But
yeah.
more fun times.
King of Fun, as Freddy is called. Next game that came out, Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am not a Microsoft person, but the game did come out. Game-wise. No one knows what this is. It's
an
just a
iPod-like device. Or iPad-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely, when I get the money, I'm gonna buy that because it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 all together.
How much is
all
it?
remastered. I think it's like $50, $60.
It's 50 or 60.
Yeah.
The problem is I need an Xbox One before I can do that.
Yeah, that would look
Like,
really good.
I was a huge Halo fan, like Halo 2 and 3, like throughout my high school years. That was like the thing. My friends would come over to my house, we'd like system link our Xbox
Yeah,
together,
right, yeah, did the
play
same
with
thing.
like 10 people. It was so much fun. But I don't want to buy an Xbox just for that game. 'Cause that's the only reason I want one. Is just
That's
for the
what they're
Master Chief
banking on
Collection.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There were rumors that it would come out on PC. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, or maybe a year down the line or something. Aren't they bundling it with the Xbox, or is that a different game? Because then they lower the price of the Xbox right now.
I've seen it for $350 a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's bundled with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but they're talking about that might be the next, or they're just gonna keep that lower price. That's what the rumor is right now.
Well, yeah, Microsoft has started to. They were able to make the processor, the AMD processor, in there thinner and smaller, making the entire thing cheaper. Because
wasn't it originally $500 with Kinect?
With the Kinect.
with the
And then
Kinect,
400
so
without.
then they strapped the Kinect because like, all right, that's how we can get some money out of this
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Now it's the same price as the PlayStation. Well, let's just drop it another 50 just
Yeah.
because we need to
PlayStation's
somehow
kicking us.
we need to somehow undercut all these
Yeah.
PS4 sales.
And PS4 doesn't have Master Chief Collection.
Oh.
Like I can't even think of a really super PS4 exclusive.
Jack and Dexter.
No.
Master Chief Collection.
So yeah, the only thing PS4 has is the remaster of Last of Us, which is technically the last gen game.
Yeah.
And then you have all the stuff announced for next year, like The Order 1886,
Uncharted.
the Uncharted game, Bloodborne, which was just announced earlier to be delayed from February of 2015 to March of 2015.
That's not so bad.
That's
It's not too
that's
bad.
an odd delay time.
Yeah.
Like you think if they
They're just like,
really need
we
to
might
delay,
be a month behind.
Just a month.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 6 months.
I know.
Or a year, yeah.
It's a smart move in my opinion, just because that is the same month where The Order 1886 is supposed to come out. So I imagine they wouldn't want to put all their big PS4 exclusives all into 1 month.
Yeah.
Just space them out a little
Yeah.
bit.
That makes sense.
I mean, you probably still have a bunch of Dark Souls 2 material you have to go through. So the developer from software is like, yeah, just play some more Dark Souls 2 and it'll come out.
It'll hold you over.
We promise the next game will be easier.
Yeah. The actual easy mode.
Yeah.
Actual easy mode.
Easy mode is just any game that's not Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes. God help you if you decide to go back to Demon Souls.
Oh man.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Unity and Rogue, of course. They both came out, despite what you remember and not remember coming out.
I'm really excited about the new Assassin's Creed because that's going to be really fun to be able to play multiplayer on that.
Yeah.
So you're excited for Unity, not Rogue.
Right, Unity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there are two.
There are two, and they're
nice marketing
different.
campaign, because I don't even know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rogue has got like the pirate ships, so it feels like it's Assassin's Creed 4, just with different plot.
It's like the same time period even.
I think it's the same time period.
It's probably just like the
that
extra
sounds more
stuff
fun.
they had, and they just threw it on there.
And then
Made it all
Unity
together.
is the one set in Paris,
French Revolution.
the French Revolution, and that's the one where you
Kind of
can
reminds me
play
of the
co-op.
Penny Arcade comic that just came out. Where like, if it doesn't have a pirate ship, I'm not gonna play it. Like any game, if it doesn't have a pirate ship, I'm not gonna play it.
Assassin's Creed 4 definitely set the bar pretty high because that was easily my favorite one since the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
With just the pirate being awesome. Like I didn't even finish the story. All I did was do pirate ships.
I'm really interested in see if there's gonna be like combo attacks with multiplayer for Unity, like being able to do like combo kills or whatever maybe.
You'd
Or,
think. Yeah.
Cool.
It would be nice.
like
yeah.
one of the players come up, knock him up somehow, and then the other one comes along and just like assassinate him. I don't know, that'd be weird.
The commercials are terrible, I have to say. You're like people on a couch.
It's not the reviews are coming in, and it's definitely not as high as people were expecting.
Yeah.
They're not bad by any means, but people aren't getting as much fun as they're
As they're
expected
used to,
expecting to. Because I mean, it's an Assassin's Creed game, so it's going to be fun.
It was super
when you-
overhyped, yeah.
When you jump into it, hype is a dangerous thing.
Hype
Hype is super
is-
dangerous.
Hype is really, really bad for
Yeah.
a lot of games because they get hyped up and then all of a sudden
They don't.
Well, it's all
they
about
get terrible reviews and nobody buys them.
It's about maintaining that safe level of hype where
Yeah.
it's got enough hype to where a lot of people are going to buy it, but not so much to where everyone's expecting the world out of this
Yeah.
one
Right.
game.
Or
But
no
like-
hype could be good too, like that Lord of the Rings game that just came out.
Yeah.
No, Shadow Mortar.
Yeah.
Shadow Mortar.
I'm just
I didn't
nervous
even know
of
that existed.
Assassin's Creed turning into. I mean, it's already kind of on its way because it comes out every year.
Yeah.
Of it turning into another Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Serializing
They already
it.
dropped the number
Yeah.
off of it.
They
Like, this
did.
isn't Assassin's Creed 5. This is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yep.
At least I don't think it's Assassin's. Yeah. But this isn't the first time they've had multiplayer, and I know they've always had like online multiplayer stuff where you could like. Fight
Yeah, they
each
have
other.
multiplayer modes like
Yeah.
in 4.
But
you
this
had-
is like
Yeah.
co-op kind of thing. I
Yeah,
guess?
this is co-op on
Co-op.
the same machine.
in the same story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you have full controls.
Which
I think.
AAA games have kind of like cut out of games like split screen multiplayer. You just can't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of games developers are like totally getting rid of this like split screen aspect.
They want everything to be online.
Yeah, they want
It's
everyone to
all
go buy a
yeah.
console and then
Like
Well,
then split
Destiny's
screen.
all online. Like Destiny, like it's online, one machine, one controller per game kind of thing.
Well, the exception to that is that new PS4 program or setting, whatever it is. It's basically I think it's like share play, where you could like sit in one room playing the PS4, and someone like across town or even across the world is watching you like on Skype or Twitch or whatever, and you're having a hard time on this part of the game or whatever. You can like virtually pass them the controller, and they'll just play it from your PS4
What?
from wherever they are.
That's pretty crazy.
So it's like split screen, but like, well, I guess it's like couch co-op where you're like, I just need help with this part. So you're like virtually passing the game.
Then do they have to? I guess would it have to pass it back, or
Yeah.
could you
No, they
take
just
control?
hijack it.
They just
Just like totally
hijack
hijack it.
Thanks for your PS4. I'm gonna play this the rest of the night. That's kind of cool. It's like more interactive, like Twitch kind of like stuff. I can imagine that because I stream a lot. People are always telling me where to go and do stuff.
Yeah, I remember
Just pass it.
growing up and thinking, I'm never gonna get past this part. I just pass it to one of my siblings. Bam, right through it. All right, now I'm back into it. That part was just hard.
That part was just hard. Yeah. That happens a lot. Yeah.
Last game that came out that was anywhere near noteworthy is Sonic Boom. The Wii U version, I think. No, it was I guess it was on Wii U that I saw it. Sonic Boom. It's basically the new Sonic 3D. Everyone loves their 3D Sonics.
Oh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this game appears to have been released not finished.
Gosh.
There are numerous bugs, glitches.
I hate when people do that.
It's starting to seem like another Sonic 06. The first Sonic.
That was a great game. What are you talking about? You just fall through the earth,
fall.
you land in the water.
Just well.
I'm surprised
um,
it took them this long to use the name Sonic Boom. I mean, that's been there for a while.
Yep.
It's the low hanging fruit.
Yep, I guess so. They didn't have any other name.
Finally desperate enough.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about this game, but
I haven't
It
either.
doesn't
surprise
It's
me.
pretty interesting because Sonic's fast paced.
Yeah.
But they added this open world element where you kind of have to go and explore, which isn't fast at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of like slow and methodical. You're like, all right, I have to go through check all these things, and like straight out of the gate, you start up the game, you collect 100 rings. That's all you can hold, but there's like billions of rings everywhere.
Rings out there. Oh my gosh.
So you're still not like using them all. It's just like weirdly done. As I was telling Phil earlier, it runs at 1080p, but it's only because it's 720p upscaled to 1080p. Because the words are crisp, nice crisp words, and everything's all jaggedy, and it looks like it was pulled out of like the PS3 era.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, graphics aren't everything, but if they just release an unfinished game with all kinds of bugs, I mean,
selling it for
That's the problem.
$60.
Well, they're just definitely trying to get it out before this Christmas rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the big window.
Yep.
But
and
people don't
they
want
still-
people don't want to compete with Call of Duty. I've noticed there are a lot more games like being released to like quarter 1 2015 because there's the big window of Call of Duty, and now this is a WoW year,
Yep.
so people want to kind of avoid
Right.
that too.
Oh wow, year.
Yeah, and then if a lot of companies try not to compete against other big companies, and so they instead of releasing them right before Christmas, they'll release it after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have to compete against the,
Which
huge-
hurts sales though a lot.
It does, but at the same time, like how much more would it hurt if
Yeah,
you
they
tried to release it at the
release
same
it,
time as these big AAA titles?
I want to see Call of Duty and Battlefield release something on the same day. The whole internet crashes. Which I'm gonna pre-order and buy.
It reminds me
Then
of
we
all
can-
that hype that came around when the Captain America movie and the new Superman movie were going to be released on the same day.
Yeah.
Are they still doing that?
No, I think one of them got pushed back. I can't remember which.
Someone buckled. Yeah, that usually happens. Yeah. They always,
What is it there? Like 22 Marvel movies coming out in the next 3 or
Oh,
4
yeah.
years or something?
Phase
What's the
three.
sales? I don't think it's that
I
many.
don't know.
there are a
something-
lot.
It's
I
like
think
12, I think, but it's like an amazing amount, like
Yeah.
huge amount.
Disney's
I'm
pushing them out.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, well, they all look like they're going to intertwine, especially leading up to the Infinity Gauntlet movie.
2 parts.
Sounds
The 2
badass.
parts.
Yeah.
Which is weird that they're calling it. The movie's called Infinity War Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But Infinity War is the first out of the Infinity Gauntlet trilogy comics. But it looks like they're telling the story of Infinity Gauntlet, which is the second in the trilogy. They just took the first name because it sounds cooler.
Yeah.
Don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, the story might actually even start inside the TV show that's already on
Oh,
air. The Marvel Shield.
Shield.
Agents of
Yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
Agents of
Agents
Shield.
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
It's
The-
pretty good.
I don't
haven't
know.
watched any of
Haven't
it.
seen it.
I haven't watched any of it, but now that I found there's hints that it may actually set up the plot of Captain America 3 and both Infinity Avenger movies.
Mhm.
It might be something that we need to watch to understand all of that.
Yeah, maybe.
I've
So-
watched a couple episodes. It's weird because it's like a drop in quality because it's TV.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when you like watch the movies and everything's all glossy and nice looking, and then in TV it's a bunch of people you don't know. It's like second-rate actors and stuff. Sometimes they'll have some people on there, but you're never gonna see Captain America on that show because Chris Evans won't do that.
Cool.
I think Samuel L. Jackson was in one episode though. But
Well, it's Shield. I would.
yeah.
I'd.
They
Would
might
be,
have phoned him in though. Let me know their phone or it was a Skype call.
they just used the 3D effects from the Star Wars movies they did.
Yeah, there you go.
They just gave them better clothes. Then we got the third wave of amiibos, Smash Bros. Amiibos.
I keep
were
seeing
announced.
those. Third wave?
Yes, third wave. So they got the first wave, which is the ones everyone saw. Second wave, it's got some more characters, like what's one of them? Little Mac, and all them. This third wave is scheduled for February. So first wave is coming out with the game. Second wave is sometime in December, and then the third wave is scheduled for February, and that's got Toon Link, Ike, Bowser. Let's see, I got Lucario, DDD, Mega Man, Sheik, Shulk, Meta Knight from
Sweet
Kirby,
Meta Knight.
Rosalina and Luma, and then Sonic.
I was wondering if they're going to keep Sonic.
Well, his
Yeah.
game came
Sonic,
out.
well, Sonic. I was reading up on this, and Sonic was actually a voter when they were voting to see asking people in Japan what would be a character that you all wanted to see in what was it, Melee? Back in Melee, I think they all voted for Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
I think his
was
first
it
was
Melee
Brawl.
or Brawl?
It's Brawl.
Brawl.
He's-
Yeah, it was back
Sonic.
in Brawl. They all voted Sonic, so Sonic was the only one that was not a Nintendo character
In
at
Brawl?
the time.
Well, there wasn't Snake in Brawl,
Yeah, Snake was in Brawl, so
Yeah.
that wasn't the
which
case.
is pretty crazy too. I just think it's amazing.
There's a
that
lot
Sonic's
of
in a
yeah. This third wave
Mario
is
game.
this third wave of Amiibos is
They've had
actually
a bunch of crossover games.
I know.
yeah. This
But
third
go back
wave
to the
is
early
the
90s,
first one that
that would've
has
never
any
happened.
kind of third party characters in it, like Mega Man.
Do we know what these things do yet? The Amiibo things?
Yeah, so in Smash Bros, I think we brought this up last week too. In Smash Bros, you pretty much connect them to your system, register them into your Wii U, and then you can have them join you in a battle in Smash Wii U. It'll be available in 3DS once the adapter comes out, or you get one of the new 3DSs that has an adapter
They
that has a
have
sensor
a
in
new
it.
one with
But
the
yeah,
same name.
You register it,
That's
and
confusing.
you can have it join you in battle. It's basically a CPU, but as you play with it, it learns from you, and it levels up from 1 to 50.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, say you defeat someone, and after you defeat someone, you always like do a taunt.
Uh-huh.
Your amiibo starts to learn that. So
Starts to learn
after
the
you,
taunt.
it just starts doing the thing.
So it's
So
like
it's like
a,
a
like a
pet?
mini me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh.
And you can feed it like boosts that are new to this Smash
I think
series.
it's like feed it, like
Oh,
keep it
wow.
alive. You gotta feed
Like
it.
your Neopets?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Neo
it's
pet.
like-
Make sure.
It's a
Charizard
weird that
doesn't
they
die.
named
Tamagotchi or something.
It's weird that they went with the word feeding because you're
Yeah.
basically just giving it power ups.
Yeah.
You're like, I want you to have, the super fast punch. So you give him the hasty gloves. You have to feed it to your amiibo.
That's
Huh.
weird.
That
What
is
if they're
weird.
gonna make it so you like call them into battle? This is obviously when you're playing like one player stuff.
It could be in any of the modes.
Oh, so when
It's
you're-
basically just like another person. So consider it like you have a friend who's just
Uh-huh.
always up for Smash. Bam. They're
But he's
in.
not like on your team though, right?
It depends on which kind of mode you want.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
playing Team Smash, he could be on your team.
Oh, okay.
You could train 1v1 with him. You can even have him take up one of the slots in 8-player Smash.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm wondering though if like when you're playing one player, if like it gets so hard where you need one of these things, you know? Like are they gonna like make it so hard? It's like, oh, you don't have one of these things to call in, so you're just getting destroyed.
Could
That'd be-
potentially do that.
Yeah.
This sounds a lot like the like Skylanders thing.
Yeah.
Where they have like those little toys. That
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both
The game.
they're both NFC chips inside,
Yeah.
which is what how the Skylanders run. You just don't need to buy a secondary little platform or
thing.
portal as they're called.
Yeah,
Just tap
Skylanders
them
is
to
the
the
ultimate
screen.
of money grabs.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
You
Like-
got to buy the portal. You got to buy all the Skylander figures,
And
And then
which
it
gives
wants
itself-
more of them.
the game itself.
And now you have to buy like this enemy collector thing, and so you can play as the bad guys and store them in the
It would suck if your kids
crystals
were
or
into that.
something.
I'm gonna make sure my kids never get into stuff like that.
And Disney
Just keep them
Infinity
in
isn't
mind.
any different. Where you
Yeah.
got
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Yeah.
I want Cinderella.
So that actually
Too bad.
sounds like an interesting feature. This is way back on the PS2. Is Virtua Fighter 4, and there was like this AI system. Like it would just stand there and you like punch it to death, and you teach it all these different moves, and then you could put it in like the game, and it would fight automatically, and it would like learn, and then you could like fight against it. So it took up your entire memory card. It was like 6
What?
megs in your 8
Oh,
gig,
yeah.
and you're like
It was
6
like
megs.
6
in
meg
your
memory
8
card.
meg memory card, which
Yeah.
sounds like how did they do that in 8 megs? But yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot like that. It's kind of a fun feature.
Yeah.
Like train your little pet AI
Well,
guy.
What if they get too smart and they fight back?
They
Yeah.
do.
They become
AI
self-aware and then
train
they start
your-
attacking you.
Train your AI so well it beats you.
Yeah, along with that file size, I actually recently also learned that the new Smash patch, that's weird to say,
Smash patch.
Smash patch, the patch coming to Smash Bros 3DS will actually disable the ability to watch your old replays
Why?
Why?
because
to pay for 'em.
the way the the way the game saves your replays, it doesn't actually make a video that just gets saved to the SD card that you can export.
Uh-huh.
It actually saves this file, which is nothing more than button inputs.
What?
So whenever you
It's like
want to
a
watch a
text file.
replay, it takes all these button inputs and just redoes them.
What?
And so you watch it that way.
That's
Good
kind of
design it that way.
It's so weird.
It's really weird.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool if you could like insert other characters. Like if you were fighting with Kirby, but you're like, I want to see this replay if I was fighting with Sheik, and then you just put in Sheik. That'd be kind of cool then. See what would happen.
Yeah.
But that's a really weird way of doing things.
It is really weird because I realized that I learned that information. You can rewatch your old replays.
Uh-huh.
It's like, all right, I'll just go export them and put them on YouTube or something. Nope, they're just text files. I'm like, all right, well, I just took out a DSLR,
text.
put it in front of my 3DS, and recorded my replays. So you just gotta upload those. But the reason you can't watch your old ones is because this new patch is going to, in theory, actually balance some of the characters. So these button inputs and what it's expecting don't all work the same way.
Right.
So say if one character now falls slightly faster, your button presses are all going to be slightly off
Yeah.
now.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's nice that they could patch these things nowadays.
Yeah,
too.
it looks
Yeah.
like they're actually going to put some effort into
patching.
balancing
Yeah.
characters against one another.
Yeah, because wasn't it like Brawl? Wasn't like Meta Knight like OP?
Yeah.
He was banned in like
Yeah, banned
competitive
and
play,
competitive,
wasn't he?
and I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
why. And then I saw some guy do like it was like a grab bug. He just keep grabbing people, and I saw him do it, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty bad. And all they would do is take a simple little software patch to fix it, but they just didn't have the technology to do it back then, I guess.
Yep. Nintendo's doing great things. I mean, they got their DLC now. They're doing DLC on everything.
Which could be good and bad, because then you get a game with like half the content, so they can sell you the rest later.
Yep. So they got DLC, and then you got you also have the basically all the patches they're doing. So that's all cool.
It's a hell of a balance.
They're keeping local multiplayer alive too.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that is Nintendo alone is going to be keeping split screen alive with the 8-player Smash. Let's have 8 of your friends that come together.
That's gonna be tough on a TV, you'd think.
Yeah, well, think about it.
Well,
With the gamepad, they have
And
their
a big
own little
map.
screen.
That'd be a big map. Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, they have big.
I just
big
can't
maps.
imagine 8 people on like the Pokemon arena.
Yeah,
You know, that was a tiny little place.
8-player Smash is a special mode and only is allowed on certain maps.
Hyrule Temple.
Yeah, Hyrule Temple.
The big
Basically
map.
the big ones.
Yeah, yeah.
They made a map called Big Battlefield, which is basically the same battlefield.
It's just big flat one.
just bigger.
Just big one.
It is really nice that at least one gaming company is like emphasizing local multiplayer.
Yeah,
That's one of like
yeah.
my favorite things about video games, is like just getting together in like,
Yeah.
a setting like this and just playing games.
Yeah, and that's what I love about big games. Just co-op. It's like I'm not really much of a single player. It gets boring really quick.
Oh,
but
hell
then, like getting down and sitting down playing with your friends and doing some.
That's when
multiplayer.
it gets really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Wii U does that really well. Notice that playing it here. That gamepad adds a whole bunch of different stuff. It just
Oh
lets
yeah,
you
that
turn
gamepad
on.
just changes the game completely.
Yeah. And with like that Mario game we played one
Yeah,
time.
5th player.
Yeah,
It's just
it's-
like
it's crazy.
what? There's 5 players now.
Yeah. I want to see them do more stuff like that, because they had that like zombie game like when it first came out.
Well,
Zombie
yeah,
game.
one of the
Yeah,
games that I
Zombie game.
was really interested to see how they're going to use it is the new Star Fox.
Oh yeah.
Because it'll be like your little actual cockpit where you're just flying it around.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
you control it this way, but on the screen you can just see your R-wing just flying around.
Oh.
So it's still pretty early. I think they just finished the paperwork part of it. They still got to do all the game development stuff.
The paperwork part.
This is like we
The
are
Dante's
making
Final
it.
Fight.
We are making this game, I promise.
Can't wait for the delays.
I know, right? I'm
Sounds like-
still waiting
sounds
for my
like
Zelda
Nintendo-
U, my
Yeah.
Metroid U.
It sounds like Nintendo's gonna do pretty good this year because I know last year they were doing really bad because
Well,
Xbox and PlayStation came out at the same
Yeah.
time.
It always takes a while for consoles to really take off. I mean, neither the PS4 or the Xbox One have taken off yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their exclusives, but they're not console sellers yet.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing Xbox has right now is a remastering of the old games.
Of those games, yeah.
And people only want to buy that for like nostalgia purposes,
Yeah.
which
And-
is strong, but it's not like enough to base your entire console on.
There was also the access to the Halo 5 multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
Like, go try out the new Halo stuff. We got new power-ups and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, it's like, go get it now, because I know you'll get it.
Power ups. You know what other games has new power ups? Call of Duty.
Mario actually
And
has
jetpacks.
power-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jetpacks.
jetpacks now.
Yeah.
Insane.
I just want to customize my emblem the same way I can in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Just make whatever I want. Well, that is all the time we have for this episode of Split Screen. It was fun. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I found the password.
Phyllis found the password. There are new pics as of this airing. So find out when we air the show.
There's a pic and a small video.
A video? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're going high tech.
Yeah, I know. I gotta step
I'm
it up.
sorry, it's not 1080p. It was from a
Yeah.
phone.
It's a new phone though, so it's a good camera.
Yeah, but you're holding a portrait. No one takes video portraits.
Put that on TV to look terrible.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The handles for Instagram and Twitter are both the same. OSU Split Screen. It's on screen. And we will catch you next time. Stay classy. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.